Shalom. First and foremost, as always, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to YAHAWAH, HASHAM, YAHAWASHI, HASHAM, HaKakodash. I want to give double honors to my apostles at Great Millstone who taught me this truth. And I want to give a sincere shalom to the elect out there teaching his truth in all honesty and sincerity in these last days. Okay? And in this lesson, we're going to get into Cbdc'S. Okay? Now, what exactly is a central bank digital currency? Okay? Well, it's right in the name. Okay? Because basically what's happened over the past couple hundred years is these elite banking families took over the banking sectors in almost all these nations, right? Many, many nations around the world. Okay. And they created what's known as a central bank. Okay. Which basically means that these elites control everything, you know? And when you look into the role of a central bank, okay, they usually operate independent from the government. So they do not have that nation's interests at heart. Okay. Basically, we're living in a world where people run things from thousands of miles away. Okay. They have no they don't care about national sovereignty. They don't care about your freedoms. Okay. They only care about the money supply. Okay. In fact, let me look at this. Well, hey, this is a quote from Mayor Amschel Bauer Rothschild, founder of the Rothschilds banking monopoly. Okay. Give me control of a nation's money, and I care not who makes the laws. Okay. So when you control the money, you control the laws pretty much. You know, like the scriptures say, Proverbs, Proverbs 22:7. The rich ruleth over the poor, and the borrower is servant to the lender. So basically, when you control the money supply, when you control a nation's money, you control the people. Okay? You control the people, man. You get to control you basically get to control culture. Okay? The way of life. Okay? Now, when you look research this is getting a little off topic, but it's really not. When you research how the depression came about, the elites, the Great Depression came about, the elites, they wanted the people to live in despair, man. You know, they wanted to punish the people. They said that they were living too luxuriously. And we're about to see that all over again. So they created a depression. All the central bank has to do is jack up interest rates enough to where it'll pop bubbles and the economy goes to a collapse. Okay? They could force a recession and they can help dig you out. Okay? Of a recession. That's why there's so much talk in these markets that if the Federal Reserve keeps raising rates at the pace that they are, that they're eventually going to drive the economy into a recession. And the Federal Reserve has even used, okay, the Federal Reserve has even used the term demand destruction. They're basically saying that they're going to slow down the economy until this inflation stops. That's how much power these central banks have over the economies, man. And when you brothers pay attention to these markets, you know, you might be on Bloomberg, you might be on CNBC, whatever. The biggest time to pay attention to these markets, especially if you're a trader or an investor, is when those FOMC minutes, okay, where the Federal Reserve makes statements, okay, or they make updates on their policies, or they release CPI numbers, jobs numbers, things like that. Okay, so the Federal Reserve, if they want to stop a rally in the markets, all they got to do is just make a statement, and it completely turns red. How many times have we seen that? Okay, I'm just going to say this, if you don't pay attention to this stuff, then you really shouldn't act like you truly understand it, because you don't. Okay, listen, if geopolitics isn't your strength, then you shouldn't be doing too many videos on that stuff, and just keep it simple. Just keep it simple, man. If you're not, if it's not in your strength or your gift to go into the intricacies, then just keep it basic. World War III's on the horizon. Okay. If you don't know much about CBDCs, how they work, how crypto works, and blockchain technology, then just keep it basic when you discuss it in your videos, man. There's nothing wrong with saying that this is going to lead to the CHIP, because it is. Okay. If you don't know the intricacies of how it works, okay, you shouldn't be speaking much about the intricacies. Just focus on the broader picture, man. Because honestly, at the end of the day, the intricacies don't matter. Okay. All we need to know is that the CHIP is coming, this collapse is coming, and don't take it. But let me get into this article. I went off on a little tangent there. This is from Yahoo Finance, okay? This ain't no bullshit, okay? Yahoo Finance is pretty well respected, okay? Bank of America says CBDCs, or central bank digital currencies, are the future of money and payments. So what we have was these central banks being set up that, and they control the money, they control the people, they control the culture, so on and so forth. They could control ups and downs, but now they're going to take it to a whole other level, man. They want to put you inside of what's called a digital cage. Okay? And what is the chances, or what are the chances that over 100 nations, I went over this in my last video about this, over 100 nations are all working on these at the same time. And they just happen to all be on the same blockchain and messaging system. So it's all coordinated. And the one that is going to win out, the one crypto that is going to win out, okay, above the rest, is the one that is called XRP, or Ripple, that is designed to be a bridge for all these different CBDCs. Hence the term one currency to rule them all. Okay, XRP is made to be interchangeable with anything on its messaging standard. It's future proof. It can be upgraded, just like your iOS or your Android OS on your phone could be upgraded, just like your Windows can be upgraded from 7 to 8 to 10 to 11 to whatever. Okay, it could be upgraded, just like money that is upgraded, man. That's what they're going with. Okay, money that is that can be upgradable, man, and programmable. So they can give you a little bit of privacy and freedom at first, because we know how these devils operate, and then they could just all take it away with a version update. Boy, man, And when you paid attention to the World Economic Forum at the Davos Summit this year, okay, that's the main focus was on CBDCs. Okay, central bank digital currencies. Now, the instrument that they're going to put it on, whether they choose to just force it right on the C hip and say, here, take this or starve, remains to be seen, you know. But we know how Esau, how he handled the jab. Okay. If for a few months, you know, maybe half a year, he was giving away pizzas and giving away bonuses and all kinds of stuff, man, you know, for you to get it. And then it became, well, listen, we're done being nice. Either get it or you lose your job. And the Supreme Court had to step in here in America and get rid of that shit. Okay. Otherwise, who knows how far we will be, you know? But that was probably all planned anyway. Okay, that was probably all planned anyway. Maybe something wasn't working the way that they wanted. They wanted to make some changes, you know? Don't forget, man, these elites, okay? These elites, this is all that they talk about to each other. This is all that they think about is how they're going to rule the world, man. Micah 2:1. Woe to them that devise iniquity. Let's look this word up, devise. These elites, man, they got a plan A, they got a plan B, they got a plan C. Okay. All right. Kashab. Kashabya. Um, Shabna. Slakia. I read it backwards. And it means to think, plan, esteem, calculate, invent, make a judgment, imagine. That's what they do. They imagine, okay, and they calculate how they can further their new world order, man. New world order agenda, okay? And sometimes they make changes to their plans, okay? And a lot of reasons why they make changes to their plans is to throw the people off that know what's going on too, okay? See, because they know that there's going to be resistance to their new world order, but they're trying to keep it limited, okay? They need enough people to go along, so then they could just kill the rest. I mean, that's the kind of people are in the fucking world, man. You know, this is Esau Edom we're talking about here. Okay. All right, we'll get this scripture in Psalm. Psalm 55:21. The words of his mouth were smoother than butter. Okay. Remember when Biden was first the president? You know, I had somebody in my family, you know, when he was pushing for that stimulus when he first came in, he was saying, see, he just wants to help people out. He don't seem like that bad of a guy. And now 2 years later, they have a completely different opinion about him. That's because the words of his mouth were smoother than butter, but war was in his heart the whole time. Okay? The whole time. In the back of his mind, he's still playing the devil, man. He's still trying to be the devil, or he is the devil. Slakia. Okay. His words were softer than oil. Okay. He tries to entice people, man. This devil. Yet were they drawn swords. I mean, this is the master of traps and snares here. Esau, Edom. Okay. So, like, I got to keep checking this, brothers, to make sure that, the mic doesn't accidentally unplug, because that happened in my last lesson, and I lost a 36-minute lesson, I think it was, and I was heated, man. I was heated. I was so heated. There was some good edification brought out. But yes, let's read the scripture again. Psalm 55 and 21, the words of his mouth were smoother than butter, but war was in his heart. Okay, that was his true intent, was to usurp. Okay. It says to take a position of power or importance illegally or by force. Okay. And we know these devil's tricks, man. He'll act like your friend and stab you in the back. I mean, just look at Cesare Borgia, man. That man, you know, he was painted as the image of who the world ignorantly calls Jesus Christ. Okay, and I'm going a little off topic here, but you know what? It is what it is. I don't even like typing that fucking word, man. You Israelites that are pushing that Christ shit, man. YAHAWASHI, okay? YAHAWASHI, not Jesus, is gonna fucking destroy you, okay? You better smarten up. I mean, look at this. This is who was put as that image. Okay? This guy. I mean, look at this man. Look at his eyes. Look at his eyes. Look at how cold that man is. See how they give him puppy dog eyes in this one? Oh, man. See? Look at how cold that man's eyes are. He slayed his own brother. That could have been Cain in the reincarnation, man. You can tell a lot about somebody by their eyes, man. All right, but let's get into the article finally. All right. Almost 20 minutes into the lesson, probably. Yep. Digital currencies, such as central bank digital currencies and stablecoins, are the natural evolution of money and payments. Okay. Natural evolution. Think about it. Why are so many nations doing it at the same time? Bank of America said in a research report on Tuesday. CBDCs do not change the definition of money, but will likely change how and when value is transferred over the next 15 years. We ain't got 15 years. Analysts led by Alkesh Shah wrote, adding that central bank digital currencies have the potential to revolutionize global financial systems and may be the most significant technological advancement in the history of money. All right, look what they're saying about these things, man. Okay, and let me tell you something, brothers. I know a lot of brothers. They might have dabbled around with Bitcoin and Ethereum. Okay, Bitcoin is ancient technology compared to the standard that these CBDCs are going to be on. The, the messaging system, the programming standards. Okay, these blockchains are going to be capable they're going to make Bitcoin look like an old video game system that you have in your closet somewhere. It's been stuck there for years. Like you got the PS4 or the PS5 hooked up to your TV. Then you find your old PlayStation 2 in the fucking closet and hook that up and compare them. That's what it's going to look like because they have to have something. Okay. They have to have something like Bitcoin to compare it to, the proof of concept and all that. Because they're going to leave, these CBDCs are going to leave Bitcoin in the dust. I mean, this is giving me all charts. Oh, wait, obviously, because I put chart. This is the most, okay, we'll open a tab for this. Open a tab for this. Okay. Now, keep in mind when you're looking at this, is that XRP is what the digital dollar is based off of. Okay. This is stupid. This doesn't mean anything. Hold on. When was this written? Doesn't say. But I know this image is old. Okay. Now keep in mind, XRP has been significantly upgraded recently. Bitcoin, not so much. Okay. They had the Lightning Network, but that's it. Okay. Ownership, public, no ownership. XRP, private. Algorithm, proof of work concept versus a consensus. Okay. Because XRP is more centralized. Block size, 1 megabyte, not available. Transactions per second. Now, this is where the difference is. XRP is actually scaled higher now. This is old. Bitcoin has too, but it's nowhere near as much as XRP. The transaction costs 50 cents per transaction, approximately, versus that's not okay. That's 10 cents, 1 cent, a tenth of a cent, a hundredth of a cent per transaction. Okay. Which I don't think is true because I've used both these. Okay. I wish it was. Transaction speed. Now, this is where businesses are going to come in to play. Okay, because think about it, businesses are who pays you, right? And when they get on board with this new system, man, you're going to have to get paid through it, right? So transaction speed, 600 seconds versus 3 to 5 seconds. Now, I would say that this is even thrown off because I've never received anything from Bitcoin in a couple of minutes. Bitcoin is so fucking slow, man. You send somebody Bitcoin and if you want to get their reaction when they see it in their wallet, you're going to have to shut the camera off for about 20 minutes. Okay. The time that it took me to record this lesson, I've sent Bitcoin before and it took that longer than this. But XRP is always taking what they say. Okay. Maybe a little long, couple seconds longer. Maximum supply 21 million versus 100 billion. So this is more liquid. Okay. It's more liquid, which seems more feasible in a fucking global financial system, right? Versus Bitcoin, 21 million. It's basically an elitist club. Now, it's also worth to note that over 1 million of these are gone forever. And there's not that many left to be mined. Okay. So Bitcoin is based on rarity pretty much. Whereas 100 billion really isn't that much, but it's still a good amount of liquidity, okay, in circulation. Mining capability, yes, no. Smallest unit is a Satoshi, and the smallest unit is a drop. Now, here's where the big difference is that the elites are looking for, because they keep talking about this climate change and green energy and net zero carbon footprint. Energy consumption, 57.09 billion kilowatt hours, because all the miners, right? Mining capability, yes. And then the proof of work. See, Bitcoin has to be mined, and it takes an insane amount of energy and processing power to do it. Okay? Now this, less than a million. We won't even say the number, less than a million. Okay? So Bitcoin uses way too much energy to be used as the financial system, okay? Now, XRP, on the other hand, okay, they even have XLM, which is based on the same technology, the same ISO 20022 messaging standard, okay, as XRP. They're made to work with each other. And XLM, Stellar Lumens, which has major backers too, just like XRP, okay, uses even less energy. That's something that they could put inside of a CHIP. Maybe not necessarily XRP. XRP could just be the controller of it all. But this is coming, brothers, and this is coming a lot sooner than you think. Okay. Well, maybe not all y'all, but all y'all brothers, but this is coming soon, man. You guys that are bullshitting, you other camps. This is coming very soon, man. The XRP lawsuit is already in this end stages, man. They're trying to have something done by March. Okay? They're trying to have this lawsuit settled. See, because the SEC is in a suit with XRP. And they've been going after these crypto guys lately, man. Okay? They're gonna bring down all the guys that they don't want. And they're gonna push the ones that they want. Okay? Because once this lawsuit is over, see, XRP has declared that they wanted regulatory clarity. Okay, they wanted clarity. I don't know how that system goes, how that court system goes or whatever, but they wanted clarity on what was and wasn't, a legitimate cryptocurrency. Which ones are assets, which ones are securities, which ones are currencies. Okay? So instead of these devils going through Congress, which takes forever, they're just going to have the SEC do the shit right there on the fly. Boom, this is the law. XRP wins. XLM wins. Or whatever other ones they want. And then they'll regulate all the other bullshit ones, man. See? Let me go back to this article. CBDCs do not change the definition of money. We read that. CBDCs typically use blockchain technology to increase efficiency and lower costs. A stable coin is a type of cryptocurrency whose value is pegged to another asset, such as the US dollar or gold. Okay. The benefits and risks of CBDCs depend on their design and issuance. But Bank of America expects central banks in developed economies to focus on payments efficiency, and those on developing countries to focus on financial inclusion. Okay? Financial inclusion. Whew. Still, CBDCs aren't without their risks. They may drive competition with bank deposits and could lead to a loss of monetary sovereignty and inequality among countries globally, the note said. Whew, there's that word, inequality. CBDC issuance may not happen for over a decade in some counties. I think they meant countries. Hey, you guys got a typo. But central banks are expected to adopt technological advances or risk irrelevance over the longer term, the note added. Bank of America says it expects central banks and governments will drive digital asset innovation with input from the private sector. Okay. We're almost here, man. Fed now is supposedly going live in March. All right. CBDC could be in here in March. Where they posted pushing on the general public right now, it remains to be seen. Seems like it's something that's going to have to be eased in. But I know they're saying that it's going live for international payments for sure in the spring. You know, that's right out of the horse's mouth. They're saying it'll be ready. And then they started that test pilot program. Uh, New York Fed launches 12-week CBDC pilot program with major banks. Okay. You know, and they got the major ones, you know, U.S. Bank, Citibank, Wells Fargo. Man, it's coming, man. It's coming, brothers. So 12 weeks. 12 weeks. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So February. Interesting. Man, it's coming. Let me close some of these, brothers. Let's see if we're still recording. All praises to YAHAWASHI. Let's get Psalm 10. Psalm 10 and 1. Why standest thou afar off, O Lord? Why hidest thou thyself in times of trouble? The wicked in his pride doth persecute the poor. Let them be taken in the devices that they have imagined. What is an imagined device? A CBDC, right? And the fact that they want to put it on a CHIP. For the wicked boasteth of his heart's desire, and blesseth the covetous, whom the Lord abhorreth. The wicked, through the pride of his countenance, will not seek after the Most High. The Most High is not in all his thoughts. And if you look at that Davos summit, any clips on there on social media, you're going to be like, what the hell is wrong with these people? It's almost like they don't even have a heart. Okay. He's the Klaus, the Schwabster and his gang of blood drinking bandits, I guess. Wow. Okay. Psalm 10 and 5, his ways are always grievous. You know, thy judgments are far above out of his sight. As for all his enemies, he puffeth at them. Okay. They're coming out in the open with this shit now, man. You brothers remember it was just a couple years ago we couldn't talk about this at all. Okay. Now they're just putting it in our face. This is coming. Okay. You know, we gotta, man. I gotta bring out Revelation 3 and 10. Revelation 3 and 10, because thou hast kept the word of my patience. I also will keep thee from the hour of temptation, which shall come upon all the world to try them that dwell upon the earth. And it's coming, brothers. That C-hip is coming, man. You know, this CBDC stuff. This is the next phase. Okay, you know, we're gonna have to go through it. The hour of temptation. There's gonna be a lot of things that come with that hour of temptation. You know, a lot of chaos and it's man, a lot of man. That's why do you think it's called the hour of temptation? Okay, but the Lord will keep us from it. And that word keep there means to preserve. Okay. No matter how things get, as long as we rely on YAHAWASHI and we continue to do the right thing in this truth and amongst the brotherhood, we're going to be all right. Some of us may have to get a Revelation 20 and 4. Okay. And yes, you should meditate on that too and pray on that. Okay. But hey, if we stick by YAHAWASHI and we keep his word, then that's the best thing to do. That's the only thing to do. It's the only way to get out. It's the only way we're gonna be able to resist it. Is that the Lord puts the Spirit on us. Okay? Because the Lord already knows exactly who's gonna get the C-hip and who's not. He already knows. But back to Psalm 10. Psalm 10 and 6. He has said in his heart, I shall not be moved, for I shall never be in adversity. And that's how these devils think. With this WEF, how they talk about the future like that. They just talk so man. They got armies following them around and private security everywhere. Okay, but ain't none of that going to matter in the end. His mouth is full of cursing and deceit and fraud. Under his tongue is mischief and vanity. Okay? The devil. He sitteth in the lurking places of the villages. In the secret places doth he murder the innocent. His eyes are privily set against the poor. And this is really what it's about. They want you see him, man. We represent the poor. He lieth in wait secretly as a lion in his den. Okay? Just like we went into Micah 2. You know? He lieth in wait to catch the poor. He doth catch the poor when he draweth him into his net, and that net is his money system. Okay? He's completely separated everyone from, you know, growing their own food and so on and so forth. He's killed off the little guy, the small businesses. Okay? He's got everybody dependent on this system. He's going to draw them into the net. That's why whenever you're, you know, any kind of entertainment device or any kind of programming that they put on you, okay, whether it be through social media, the TV, whatever, the internet, you know, music, movies, it's to get you to chase that bag, man. Okay? So you're separated from a higher power, okay? And that's all that you care about. You look at money as a god, man. Especially Jake, he puts it in all the music. You know? So when they go and they flip the switch and they try and force that C hip on you, you fall right in line. Just like you people that got 4 or 5 of those things already. You know, people like you are done, man. You really trust in this system like that, this devil system like that, you're just done. You're gonna get the C hip anyway. This is Revelation 13 and 15. And he had power to give life unto the image of the beast, that the image of the beast should both speak and cause that as many as would not worship the image of the beast should be killed. And he caused all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads. Okay? Everyone. And that no man might buy or sell. Because that's what CBDCs are about, right? Buying or selling. They'll be able to track everything. XRP is even businesses can actually use XRP for inventory management. They don't even need separate software. It's all they know exactly how much of what is being stolen, so on and so forth. And that no man might buy or sell save he that had the mark or the name of the beast or the number of his name. Okay? Because that's where they're getting you, man, is with the buying and selling. Here is wisdom. Let him that hath understanding count the number of the beast, for it is the number of a man, and his number is 600 and that means a stigma. Now, what is the stigma of Esau Edom? Okay, that's 666, man. He has it everywhere. Google Chrome. Okay, look at the logo, 666. Okay, the WEF, that's 666 on there. CERN. Well, let's look this up. 666. 1, 2, 3. Okay. Or they do that Hadron Collider or whatever it is. Yep, the 666 through the O's. Oh, it's right in front of your face, man. It's right in front of your face. But anyways, with that, I believe I proved the point. Till next time, shalom. Hope you were edified.